So this past week, my friend Philip and I went out and we shot a commercial. I should actually call it a foamercial because Faro didn't actually pay us to make this commercial. They're not using it in any of their branding, at least not yet. And the product that we really wanted to focus on was this. This is Faro's cold brew coffee. It's just a bottle of cold coffee that's just really delicious and tastes great. You can see I really like it because the bottle's empty. And I'm really pleased with the results of this commercial. And I'll be showing that to you guys in a little bit. And then I'm going to be showing you guys more of the behind the scenes process that it took to actually make this film. And I do these types of commercials all the time, but this was actually the first time that I actually brought a second camera along just to film some of the behind the scenes aspects. And I really wanted to focus in and show you guys how I go about making one of these commercials. And if ever you guys are interested in making something like this gives you just a little bit more insight of my process so that you can get results very similar to what I got. But enough of my stupid face, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the final results. Enjoy. Okay, what did you guys think of that ad? That was a ton of fun to make. I really enjoyed doing it, and really wanted to say thank you so much, Philip Grenier, for all your work and all of your help during this. The video really wouldn't be the same without you getting involved, so I really appreciate it. But enough with that, let's get on to the video itself. What were some of the techniques and some of the strategies that I used to make a commercial like this? Lighting will make or break your commercial. Now in my case, I actually don't have that many lights. I have 2. If I need more, I tend to rent or borrow or steal. Just kidding, don't steal. But I make do with what I've got. So what we ended up doing is we took this large LED light and we put a nice large softbox on it and we put that directly over top of the product, just hovering over and casting off a nice ambient glow around everything. And then we use this light right here and we really wanted to focus in and show the product in all of its glory. If we would have only had the large softbox, we wouldn't have been able to focus in on the product. So that was our setup. Really simple, just 2 lights, and we ended up using that just because we were on a really tight schedule and we wanted to move everything really quickly. And so we made do with what we have, and that's just what you have to do sometimes. Again. You can't just go with one take. The results just aren't gonna be as good. We have a vision, we have a clear idea of what we want to do. And I don't settle unless that vision has either been fulfilled or is close enough and I need to move on, because if I don't move on, then the rest of my vision also won't be accomplished. But there's a couple of little tricks that I like to do while I'm on set that help me to be a bit more efficient and just help me to be a bit faster while I'm on set. So I'm not moving my arms out. All I'm doing is I'm taking my back heels and I'm rolling forward and I'm using my hips and I'm using my back toes and I'm just kind of pivoting. Because if I'm extending my arms out, if I stand this way for too long, eventually I'm gonna have these little wobbles and these little imperfections. And once I'm out here, my arms have nothing to support themselves with and all the weight is hanging down on them. So that's really not ideal. What you wanna do is you wanna use your body and pivot it towards whatever your subject is. And I do this for event work. I do this with all kinds of videos, not just product videos, but it works really well for product videos. So right now I'm at f1.8, 60 frames per second. So that makes my shutter speed at 125. And I'm getting the focus directly on the product here. And instead of moving forward to it, I'm going to actually get nice and close to it and then go backwards. And then I'm going to reverse the shot later on because what I want is the feeling of going forward. It's really hard to nail focus because I'm at such a shallow depth of field. And you just keep on doing it. You just keep on rolling back and forth until you know you got something right. And even when you get something right, keep on doing it because you might get something that's better. So what you're gonna wanna do before you attempt anything, you're gonna need to communicate what your goal and what your vision is. You need to make sure that your actors, your crew, everyone that's involved on set, so that they're able to be on board and able to keep up with you. Otherwise, you're gonna be wasting a lot of time doing things over and over and over again. So Philip, what I'm gonna have you do, your hand is gonna come here, pull up, and I'm gonna keep on following you on the shot as best I can. So the first movement is going to be up and then towards you. You're gonna do a little bit of an L shape. Here I explained to Philip exactly what I wanted, and we ended up using the first take. Ready, and here we go. That looked really good.
Oh yeah.
But later on, I felt rushed, I felt like I was in a hurry, and so I didn't spend as much time explaining to Philip what my goal was. So we took a lot longer to actually get results that I was happy with. And action. Go. Snap it. Snap it. So figure out a shot list or a plan just so that you're able to be really satisfied with the results that you get. So you're able to communicate with your crew and you're able to fulfill your own vision in your own mind. Now you don't necessarily need to write down every single shot or have a really detailed listing, but if you don't really know what the results you're trying to go for, then you're gonna be fine with the first take. And as we said with the last tip,
that's not good enough.
Something else that you really need to be paying attention to in making a commercial like this is the brand and trying to show that off in the best way. Now, clearly we did that with the lighting and the composition. We kept the framing so that the product was smack dab in the middle and you could see the Faro logo look really nice and beautiful. But beyond that, we also had plans of showing off the product being used in different applications. Something that I really wanted to do, but I ended up deciding that it just wasn't a good idea. I really wanted to include ice cream and adding in, different ingredients to this coffee brew because it just looked really good and there was a lot more visually appealing elements by adding things like ice cream and cinnamon and just making a really nice beverage.
We have ice cream that we're going to be putting inside of the cups later on, and that will, give this nice creaminess to the product, and that also will be sensing off some other senses. Though we won't be showing off the Quadacook logo because this is an ad for Faro. When you have a client, you really want to reflect what their desires are and what they want out of the product as best you can. And this product is really meant to be like picked up at a gas station, you grab it and you drink it like that. Having like a cup that you're putting this into, that's one thing, but having it where you're adding ice cream and like, maybe some chocolate shavings on top or like, things.
Good, but...
Yeah, that would be really good. And I definitely want to do that now that I already have the ice cream. But that's not what this drink is for. This drink is something that's supposed to be fast and easy and you just grab it. With this product, I never actually put this in a glass. I only drink it right out of the bottle because it's convenient, it's easy. There's no dishes, there's nothing that I have to worry about with the cleanup. But if we were to add ice cream, then we're giving this message that this is the best way to enjoy the product. And yes, all those other ingredients like the ice cream and the cinnamon and the chocolate, all of that would have tasted really good and I would have really enjoyed it. But in the end, that's not what we're selling. We're not selling the product with ice cream and chocolate and cinnamon on it. We're trying to advertise this, just the bottle itself, because this is what you do with it. You just drink it straight out of the bottle. Then you just toss it in the recycling. So in the end, even though I know I would have come up with much more visually appealing elements if I would have used those other ingredients, it just didn't fit with the brand. It just didn't fit with the product. So that's something you need to consider, and that's something you really need to focus on, is that you need to be consistent with the product and with the brand that you're trying to show off.
We're out of the tournament.
Yes, but the important thing is we had a good time.
No, the important thing is that we win the trophy.
Have fun. Wow, I sound like a soccer mom. But honestly, if you have fun and if you enjoy the process of creating something like this, and if your team enjoys creating something like this, they're going to want to help you with the next project that you do. So that's really good within itself. But also you get better results when you have fun making it. You have more energy. If we were all hungry and tired and frustrated at each other, then we would have done the shots just once or twice and we would have not put enough energy, we would not have put enough oomph into it. And that's just not okay. And I've done commercials, I've done shoots where we're not having a good time. And it comes through in the final product. It's very visible when the crew is not having a good time. So enjoy the process and make sure that your crew is being taken care of. We had nachos before we started doing the video because that was going to be something that would boost morale. That was going to be something that would energize us. And so if you have a crew, especially a crew that you're not paying for, make sure you feed them because then they'll give you their best efforts. And when he left, I gave him the coffee from the commercial that we shot, and that really made everyone's time a lot better. That really encouraged everybody and helped us all to have a much better time. So these are just some of the lessons that I learned while making a movie or a commercial like this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and comment down below what you thought of it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.